Hello everybody, I'm going to have a go at today's Times Quick Cryptic for the 29th of January 2026 by Pedro. We've done okay so far this week. Let's see if we can keep it going. So we'll start with one across. Makeshift quantity of butter he'd put in cup. Makeshift quantity of butter he'd put in cup. Okay, so the answer, the definition here is makeshift. A quantity of butter in baking, I think, can be described as a pat. P-A-T. Then we have he'd, which is simply H-E-D, which we put here, and then we put it in the word cup. See here, up here, for patched up, which means makeshift. One down. Servant opening up over closure of palace. Opening up, yeah. Okay, this is page. So a servant and page can be synonymous. An opening up, well, if you've ever been to the underground, you might have to mind the gap, G-A-P. This is going up, making it P-A-G, and that is over the closure of the word palace, the letter E for page. I think this 8 across clue might be helpful. 8 across. Glamour in good collection of puppies. Glamour in good collection of puppies. Yeah, this is glitter. So again, glamour and glitter. I think glitter not as the sparkly stuff, but as the sort of the idea of glamour can be synonymous. We then have G for good. If we write something as good, it could be G. And then a collection of puppies would be a litter of puppies. 2 down. Compliment, family, welcoming aunt regularly. Well, this is going to mean compliment. We're looking for a word for family that we're going to welcome the regular letters of aunt into, which could be A-N or U-T. But I'm thinking of a word that could vaguely mean family that begins with the letter T, and that is tribe. And then the regular letters of aunt, if we use the U and the T, we get tribute, which could be a compliment. Attractive MC, disowning son. Well, it's going to be hot, isn't it? I'm still trying to work out why it is hot. Yeah, okay. So attractive is hot. An MC could be a host, H-O-S-T. I was thinking, why is it the word shot? What does that mean? But yeah, host becomes hot when son is disowned. 4 down. Doctor, to act badly around University City. This is Durham. So Durham is a city. I think it's not a university city in this case, but just a city. Doctor is DR for doctor. To act badly is to ham it up, ham. Around university, around the letter U for Durham, which is the city. 5 down. Little change about English idiot. A sorry state. Okay, little change could be a penny. It could just be the letter P, perhaps, or multiple letter Ps. It could be pence. About English idiot. Okay, I think I've got this. I think this might be penitence. So we have PENCE for pence, that is little change. About English, oh sorry, no, I'm wrong. It's this P and this E and then NCE, because we have E for English, knit is our idiot, and a sorry state could be penitence. 9 across. Some assassin in Japan. Now, I'm laughing a little bit because this is kind of the classic clue. The answer is ninja. So it works. Some assassin in Japan would be a ninja. But if you look within the word assassin in Japan, we have Ninja spelt out. And some is a classic hidden indicator. Let's have a look at 6 across. Pet fur, nothing shed. I think this is cat. So cat is a pet. I have 2 cats. Fur would be your coat. Nothing shed, well, nothing can be represented by the letter O. So coat becomes cat, which is our pet. Conservative. General Assembly. Dance. Yeah, this is conga. So again, I think most people, even people who haven't done a cryptic crossword clue before, could get this one. So we have con for conservative, and then simply General Assembly is GA. I was thinking whether it could be like UN for United Nations or even NATO, but that just simply, in a charades way, gets us the dance, which is the conga in this case. Come on and do the conga. 7 down. In the morning, that can be AM, diving into the Southern River. Yeah, this is Thames. So I was right with in the morning being AM, which is a Latin shortening for morning. Diving into the, literally the word the, THE. And then southern is S for river, which is Thames. Can we get the long 10 across clue? Confirm. Nastiest tuber is melted down. Well, I mean, it's going to be an anagram of nastiest tuber because it's a nonsense phrase, really. What would it mean to be the nastiest tuber? And we're melting it down. It's going to be for a word that means confirm. What's this first letter going to be? How about, substantiate, I think. Let me just double check that. That looks about right. It's the right number of letters. So substantiate means to confirm, and it is an anagram of nastiest tuber. Of course, if I hadn't seen that, I would have moved on and got some other checking letters. Not that I would have had many more, actually. So kind of lucky that I saw that because it was not that straightforward. 12 across. Hard wood is what steers and what steerer holds. This would be helm. So we have H here for hard, and then wood is just elm, and what steerer holds would be the helm, I think on a ship. Boy returned hot food. This is nosh. So food could be described as nosh. Boy returned, well, boy can be son. It can also be things like lad, but in this case it's son. Hot, as it was in this clue, I think. Oh no, it was hard in this clue, but it was hot in this one. If you think about taps, hot and cold, and that gets us nosh. 11 down. Time to support distribution of musicals programme on different media. Okay, well, time to support makes me think this is the letter T. Distribution of musicals. Program on different media. So I think this could be an anagram of musical. How many letters of musicals? 7, 8. Yeah, so this would work, which would mean the definition is program on different media. Yeah, quite a new word this. I think simulcast. That's musicals, isn't it? Yeah, if you it's shortened for simultaneously casting programs on different media. I'm trying to think of an example, but it must have been done. I'm pretty sure that is right. It follows the wordplay, which is the key. I was thinking these clues. What about 14 down? Winter sport takings revived. Winter sport. Okay. Easy. But again, I had to read it for a second time. This is skating. So skating is a winter sport. When you see a phrase like winter sport together, sometimes I want to believe that they're not, in fact, connected and it's going to be a word for winter or something else. But simply, it's winter sport, we cut it there, and then we revive the letters of the word takings, and it's simply an anagram to get the word skating. I'm going to go all the way to 15 down, Question: one kidnapping a sailor from Arab country. Now, there are there are quite a few short words meaning sailor or a sailor. And with the use of the word question there, I know what this is. So this is Qatari. So question is Q for Q and A. One kidnapping. So it's a question and one, Q1, kidnapping a sailor, a tar, synonym for sailor, to get from Arab countries, the definition, not Arab country because it's not Qatar, it's Qatari. So it means the definition is from Arab country and we get Qatar. 17 across. Emergency worker can name album that's playing. Well, immediately I'm thinking ambulance something. Ambulance man? Is that really the phrase now? An ambulanceman? I suppose it probably is. Ambulanceman. And the reason this is why it is, so we have emergency worker, which is the definition, and then can name album is the anagram fodder, and that's playing is the anagram indicator. Excuse me. 20 across. Skill retaining O and A in key supply of blood. This is aorta. So, skill could be your art, A-R-T, and that retains O and A, and the key supply of blood with the aorta, which is a large vein or ventricle, I believe, in the heart. Popular 23 across. Popular name for place to get drinks. This is inn. So a place to get drinks is an inn, a tavern, a bar, a pub. Popular is in. If something is not popular, it would be out. Name is just N, and we get inn, which is a place to get drinks. 18 down. Dull person endlessly. Referring to chemical element. Yeah, this is boron. So dull person endlessly. Yeah, okay. For some reason I thought it was hinting at the word boring, which is why I paused. But dull person would be a bore, B-O-R-E. We take off the last letter because it's endlessly. And referring to, if you're referring to a subject, you're talking on a subject. And the chemical element is boron. got the first letter for 24 across, so let's go for it. Precocious child, great new source of exasperation, possibly. Precocious child, great new source of exasperation, possibly. I can't see that one at all. Let's go for 16 down. Let's get some more letters in it. I am at end of line welcoming new resident. Okay. I think it might mean residents because, I mean, I am or I could be the definition, but it just feels like wordplay fodder. This N as well in the clue feels like it's referring to the word new. And if that is the case, and we just write it out, we have I am, well that can be I'm. And then at end of line, well, if we put at, and then the last letter of the word line, we can get inmate, which would be a resident of a prison. 21 across. Emergency, mission perhaps. First couple of chaps have fallen from mountain transport. First couple of chaps having fallen. Again, I'm not sure what that is. Let's look at 22 down. Sprint, disaster, I must drop out. Yeah, okay. So this is run. To sprint is to run. I'd say sprinting is slightly quicker than running, but there you go. Disaster could be ruin, R-U-I-N, and if I must drop out of it, we get the word run. 19 down. Celebrities backing singers. Celebrities backing singers. I think I know what I want this one to be, but I'm not sure how it works. I think the answer is star for celebrity or celebrities backing singers. Ah, yeah. Okay. A singer in terms of someone that's someone who might be an inmate of a prison. An informant could be described as a rat. So singers would be rats. We turn them backwards and we get star for celebrities. So we have these two left. Emergency mission, perhaps. First couple of chaps having fallen from mountain transport. This is probably airlift, isn't it? But why? Emergency mission, perhaps. Because, yeah. Stairlift. Okay. Stairlift is mountain transport. Airlift is emergency mission. And the first couple of chaps are just the letters S and T, which is odd. Teenager doesn't fit in here, but precocious child, great new source of exasperation, possibly. Well, teenager doesn't fit, but this sort of word slightly before that, which would still make them a child rather than a teenager, would be a tweenager, as in between ages. How does this work? So precocious child will be a tweenager. Great new source of exasperation, possibly. I don't see. Is great twee? New is N. Source of exasperation, is that ager? I'm not sure. But I'm relatively confident that that is right. All the other clues have added up quite nicely. We'll submit without leaderboard. See how we've done this Thursday. And we're correct. Lovely. Thank you to Pedro for the crossword, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.